Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Pam Fleming. I am the founder and CEO of Change Navigators. So a little bit about Change Navigators. Our role really is to come in and take organizations to the next level. My company, we've been doing change management for quite a while. We've been in the change management space for over 18 years, mostly in oil and gas, utilities, manufacturing. Part of my being in change management has taken me all around the world. I've been in Dubai, I've been in London, I've been responsible for companies of 50,000 people. Our company has seen change management. We've seen it good, we've seen it bad, we've seen it ugly, we've seen it all in between. So one of the things that I started to do in the beginning was to do a SWOT analysis on our company to make sure that we were ready to step into this space. I looked at what our strengths was, our weakness, our opportunities, and our threats. And really the strength is we come equipped with 18 years of solid change management experience to bring to organizations. I'm currently serving in a vice president role right now, so I bring that level of comfort to clients that we know what we're talking about. I'm ProSci certified in change management. I'm Agile change management certified, as well as members of the team. We're all certified. I've worked in the Big Four. Most of the folks that work with us, we've all worked in the Big Four. I've come from PwC, some of them have come from some of the others. Some of the opportunities that we have is that we want to create a niche space in the change management market, because we all know that change management isn't new, it isn't unique. There's a lot of them out there, but we want to do something a little bit different. Part of the weaknesses is that because we just opened our doors maybe 3 months ago, we're not scaled like some of the other companies around Houston. So that's some of the weakness that we have right now, but we will be working on that. And some of the threats is that, we're not part of large consultancies. We're not the PwCs, we're not the Deloittes, we're not the Ernst & Young. We can't play in that space because we're not that size, but we will grow, and not necessarily to play in that space, but we will grow to continue to play in the space of change management. So let's talk about a little bit about some change management trends. In 2022, the average employee experienced 10 different changes in their organizations. This is called change saturation. How many of you have been in organizations where we have an ERP system that's being implemented, an org design change that's being implemented, a process that's being implemented? We're using the same people over and over and over. We're not letting these people understand what's happening, when it's happening, why it's happening, how they're going to be impacted. This is what I'm seeing across the system, and this is the problem that Change Navigators is coming to solve. So, but you can also see that 55% of people were hit with health issues because of this change saturation. A lot of times I've seen companies really don't take the opportunity to think about how employees are experiencing or transitioning through changes, and that's where we want to come in, because we're not here to just say, hey, we're going to implement this new system and you're going to use it. People have choices, people have options, and then some people may not choose to use it, but they're making that choice because they've had some negative change happen to them in the past, and this is where we come in, because we want to make sure that we care about the employee experience. We care about how people transition through change, because at the end of the day, you can implement the most beautiful system, you can spend the most money on the system, but if employees are not using it, utilization is not there, that's a sunk cost. The cost of resistance is high. Back in 2016, we had 74% of employees who were willing to adopt change. Fast forward that to 2022, that number has drastically dropped to 43%. That's a huge difference. What does that cost? The cost of that is, it costs about $1,500 per person to retrain an employee on something that they were already supposed to be trained to do. It takes on average 6 to 9 months to replace an employee with advertising, interview, and background checks. It takes 90 to 180 days to fill a role. The impact of those vacancies on these organizations, the ones that are left behind to do the work, those are the problems that we want to solve or resolve. The change management market is growing. It's getting there, because if you look at how we're going, 14.9% annual growth is expected for change management, plus the flexibility in pricing. That's going to bring change management in 2026 to a $1.97 billion market. And that's what we want to be a part of. So how are we different? Again, remember I said I came from one of the big consultancies. At one of the big consultancies, we would come in and say, hey, we want to come in and do all of your change management and solve all your problems without really understanding what your problem is. We're change navigators, we're small, we're agile, we're nimble. We want to go deep, we want to go wide, and we want to really peel back the onions of the layers of the onion to find out what is the problem that you're trying to solve. And then we'll put the proper strategies in place to make sure that your people understand what's happening when it's happening. So our goal is to offer smaller packets of work, such as the Jumpstart. Lots of organizations want to do change management, but they have no idea where to start. This is where the Jumpstart comes in. This is where change navigators come in for a 4 or 5 month this defined period of time. Come in and do your stakeholder assessment, your readiness assessment, a high-level impact assessment, package it all up, provide it to you as leaders, and then give you the option to make a choice if you want to continue doing work. That doesn't tie you into a long-term contract, but it does give you the opportunity to see what change navigators can offer. So we have some other things that we do as well, like change practitioner workshops, 6-week masterclass, things of that nature. So here's a little bit of our revenue model. So in the change management space, you can charge hourly for the work that you do, or you can charge on value base. Our goal is to do a blend. It depends on what works best for the client, and so it's a conversation that we have to have. Right now, this is all really kind of projections, but based on where I've seen the change management market go, this is pretty fairly priced. So we haven't had any clients yet, so this is just some projections, and you guys can see year 1 we're projecting 128,000, year 2 409, and by year 3 691,000. So that's how aggressive we are with our change management. And our clients, and I know I'm running over, but our clients is really just going to be more of the small to mid-sized manufacturing and oil and gas clients, because that's what we've been doing. And here's just a little bit about some of our competitors and where they are and where we fit against them in the marketplace. And again, I've talked about how we want to be niche in what we do. These are just some of the accomplishments to date. And we hope to work with you guys at some point in the future, and Change Navigators is here to make a difference for your employees.